It's 7:40. Let's do this. Hello, Hampton Roads. Hello, Northeast North Carolina. My name is David Aldrich, Chief Meteorologist of WTKR News 3 Television, and you are watching First Warning Live, where we are riding the heat wave with some movie regrets. I'll talk about that in a second, but it is sponsored by Marco's Pizza. Very happy that we have a sponsor. One of the things I wanted to talk about movie regrets, is there a movie that you regret having not seen, but everybody in the neighborhood has seen it, and when they bring it up, you kind of wither away in the room? You know, maybe it's a Star Wars movie. You've never seen a Star Wars movie? Or The Godfather, or maybe Grease. I don't know, what movie? And we'll revisit that at the end of the live stream, because I'm not interested in movies that you didn't like, because we've all been there. But I wanted to know if there was a movie that you regret, because everybody seems to have spent time and you just didn't have 3 hours or 2.5 hours to invest. I'm going to share with you what I experienced this weekend. I finally watched a movie, and I regret not having seen it before now. Anyway, that's just me. Hey, by the way, did I mention we're giving away free pizza? We're doing that this Thursday. We do this every Thursday. We're giving away free pizza for a year. It's one large, one topping pizza monthly for the next year for free. It's really cool. It's one of the nice things that Marco's wants to give back to the community. And if you have a certificate, and we've given away quite a few of these since May 19th, we'll be able to X mark punch hole July. We'll be able to do August. So you get 12 months of this. It's really cool because there are only some certain locations. Let me just emphasize. There are 5 contest locations that are participating in the free pizza for a year. And there's 3 in Virginia Beach, 1 in Chesapeake, and 1 in Norfolk. And if you want to register, it's not too late. This week, your name could be drawn. It's random, completely random. My sales team at WTKR picks it out. But the Marco's is the way to register for it. We love to have you do it. It's real easy. We're also giving away, are you ready for this? This is a new and updated version of the Deal of the Week. It's a new item alert called the Oh, honey, it's a hot honey magnifico. And I tried it today, and I love it. It's really, really good. $10.99, promo code WTKR Sunny. What's also cool is that promo code is good for any, count them, any specialty pizza. And I'm talking about pizza like, I'm talking about all meat, the deluxe, the garden, the Hawaiian chicken. You mean they've got those? They do, because it's called specialty. Ooh, I like that too. So you for $10.99, if you're maybe not as hungry for a large and you just want to, maybe I'll try a pizza. That'd be kind of cool. All meat, it's pepperoni, ham, Italian sausage, and bacon. Deluxe has mushrooms, onions, all that. But you might also prefer some of the other specialty pizzas like the Philly. You mean they got the Philly? They got the Philly. The melty white cheese sauce, the white cheesy, the big cheese, the chicken fresco. They got it all, my friend. They even got the works, barbecue chicken, all for how much? $10.99. So it's like I said, it's just $10.99. You just have to use the promo code WTKR Sunny. I think you should try the Hot Honey Magnifico, but it's good. The promo code is good for any of the specialty pizzas. All right, so if you're on the call for the first time, I just want to say glad that you're here. We're going to talk about movies. We're going to talk about weather. If you're interested in weather, you've come to the right place. I usually spend 20, 30 minutes talking about just nothing but weather and a little bit of pizza. But at the end, I like to spend maybe 10 minutes talking about some things that might interest me, like movies. Because in the neighborhood, I don't know, music and neighborhood movies tend to pull us together. And so I'm going to share with you my movie regret. One movie I saw over the weekend. I watched it. I finally sat down and watched it, and I was like, they probably wouldn't make that movie today, and you know what I'm talking about. So I wanted to give you some time. What movie, share with me in the comments section, that you know everybody in your neighborhood seen, but you haven't seen it, and you feel a little guilty about it. You can share it with me. I won't tell anybody. I'll keep it secret. I'll keep it right on the live stream. All right, so let's talk about the weather. We hit 92. What were you calling for, Aldrich? Wait for it. 92. Ding, 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 ding. It's like getting a hole in one. You got it in Norfolk, but you'll probably mess it up everywhere else. That's what people think. That's okay. Record high 103, 1993. When we look back, this little monstrosity known as the heat and humid wave we're riding, has been 5 days strong. The hottest feels like temperature. Norfolk International was 110 on Sunday, and then the storms came through. We know that. But it was 101 earlier today, felt like 102 yesterday, felt like 102 Saturday, so 106 on Friday. So all of this started on Friday. So we've got 5 days down, we've got 2 days to go. And then once we get into Friday, which happens to be a new month, It's a new month, a new weather attitude. It's August the 1st. It's going to mean a whole new weather pattern. People are going to say, this feels good. It may not be perfectly dry all the time, but at least it's cooler and the dew points come down. I can function. That's how some of you might think. And some of you might be wondering if I can function now because I see a note from Jessica Lynn from yesterday. She said, can we skip to October? Isn't that a nice thought? Jessica Lynn, thank you for sharing that with me. That was yesterday's comment. You might have a comment you want to refresh from like today, because right now it's 7:45. But can we skip to October? We could, but then you're 2 months older, right? Who wants to age prematurely? We use lotions and potions, skincare. We don't want to age too quickly. So if you jump to October, you're gonna miss a couple of months. And as I like to say at the end of live streams, I like to say every day's a gift. So we've got a couple of months between now and October, but I get the idea. The idea is strong, it has purpose, you want it to be cooler, we'll do what we can. Let me get to the maps, because that's what we're here for too. So we were talking about the heat index, felt like 101 today. These are the current readings, but I have to caution you, while it's 92 feels like in Virginia Beach now, and 89 in Manio now, and 95 in Wallops Island feels like right now, what you typically see here is Edenton is a little exaggerated. Their hygrometer, the thing that measures the water vapor, it's out of whack. It's out of whack. So it usually is highly exaggerated. Sometimes it's like 123, while everybody's like 105. So just know that it's probably not 103 in Edenton, but it affects the coloring. It's pink and purple all in this area. So Edenton, we love you. We just know that I learned from our long established meteorologist here in town, Miles Henderson, who's been here 15 years, said to me that has been an issue. They hope to maybe fix it, but it's not 103 in Edenton. Feels like 93 though in Franklin. Feels like 88 in Chesapeake. I got to keep moving. We got a lot of maps to cover. And it feels like 95 in Norfolk here at 7:47. We got a Norfolk Tides game underway. I'm going to show you the Norfolk Tides forecast for tomorrow if you happen to be going there tomorrow evening. Temperature and heat index trend is cooling us down into the low 80s. Now this is important because if you look at the top, high of normal is 89. The normal high, September, let's go ahead and put that in there. September, I probably could have just used a 9, but that's okay. September 16 to 19. What is that? That is when you normally see a high of 81. So this is like late summer and not even quite fall, because fall would be around the autumnal equinox. So we have still some time to go, but anyway, this weekend's going to feel like September weather. That's my point. So if you're on the call, love to say hi to you. I'm looking at the comments. I wanted to advertise whatever you're thinking. Maybe you're thinking specialty pizza from Marco's. Love it. Maybe you're thinking about that movie Regret that you have not had time to look at. I got a note from Taj Brown. He says, come on Friday, and Denmark says pizza and weather, buddy. Oh yes. Jessica Lynn says best pizza ever. There you go. So you have some fans, and I do love the fact that we're going to see some cooler weather as temperatures will go down in the coming days. So we just have to get through. Now, could we get severe weather Thursday into Friday? Yes, we could. We're going to explore that too, but I digress. Let's keep moving. I do say when someone says, oh, it's just heat. Why are you making such a fuss? It's just hot. All these weather people always talk about the heat. Well, heat kills everybody. No, it kills a large sum of people, 238 on average, around the country in a 10-year span. This is a 10-year average. It comes from NOAA. All kidding aside, this is by far and away what kills more. Far more than tornadoes. Tornadoes gets movies named after them, like Twister and Twisters with an S. But I don't know if I've heard a movie called Lightning. I haven't heard maybe Grease Lightning, then we go back to Grease. But rip currents, that's another big one. Number 3, flood, turn around, don't drown. So keep in mind, heat is a killer, and it can affect your dogs, it can affect your family, it can affect grandma, grandpa, it can affect you. And this is an average per year nationwide from 2015 to 2024. The numbers don't skew here. They're pretty much in the ballpark. You can lose a lot of people. People put kids in the back of a car. They forget they're there. There's just bad things that happen in the heat. Now, rip currents we've talked about before. You don't want to fight the current. You want to swim parallel to the shore to escape it. And if you can't, then float or tread water. If you need help, always call or wave for assistance. And of course, if you're going to beaches without a lifeguard, you're taking a lot at a gamble. Just don't do that. It's not recommended to go to a place that's no supervision whatsoever. If you're going to be by the pool the next couple of days, I wanted to give you this forecast in terms of rain. Hanging out by the pool on a Friday is going to be more iffy. It might be even a no, because there's a 70% chance we get showers and storms, 40% chance on Saturday. So even though once it cools down, it's not necessarily going to be necessarily dry in all areas. Beach forecast, 1 to 2 feet. Low rip current risk tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's a 0 chance, but it's still low. And we're looking at 5 to 15 mile an hour winds. Okay, in Harbor Park tonight, it is actually turning the clock back. They're actually giving away, I say giving away, they're giving away what? Hot dogs, popcorn, and sodas for 50 cents. But they used to be the Tidewater Tides. Historically, as they went to Harbor Park, I was told by today from Kurt Williams, he would know. He said, hey, they used to be the Tidewater Tides, but when they moved to Harbor Park, they were the Norfolk Tides. So they have a game tomorrow night. So if you missed it tonight, there's another opportunity. They're playing the Memphis Redbirds. We'll be cooling through the 80s. Why is tomorrow different? It's bark in the park. You can bring your dog. Now, if the dog doesn't handle heat well, maybe you got a skybox seat, maybe you're in the air conditioning, what have you. But I will tell you, they're going to have about winds 5 to 15 tomorrow as they cool through the 80s. Little isolated shower, actually thunderstorm, fired up right between Chesapeake and Suffolk, right there on the line. I think we could zoom in a little bit lighter, or a little tighter there, and you can see that shower looks like it's fading away, and it is moving away from Norfolk at the moment. I'm checking in the comments. I just want to see if anyone has their third comments. I see Kim. She says, I think I got this for a couple more days. She says, I'm looking forward to Friday. I am too. I mean, for me, I've been talking about this thing for 12 days. You better believe I've been hoping for this to happen pretty soon, and I think it will. It's just a matter of time now. We're going to get some of the cooler weather, and people are going to forget about it, and it's like many of us can't remember what we had for breakfast or lunch a week ago last Tuesday. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those things. So I think, give it time. Once we get into the cooler weather, some people will be like, this isn't as bad as I thought. I can deal with it. We'll handle it one day at a time. I got another note here. It looks like, yeah, that was Kim's note. Was that Kim's note? It was Kim's note. Let me fly in here. She said, I think I got this a couple more days. So she's looking forward to Friday. I'm looking forward to Friday. Some other notes that might be coming in from you. Do I have a picture? I do have a picture from Denmark. Is it? Oh, yeah, it's a good picture. I mean, it looks kind of like dry. I mean, it looks hot and dry. Maybe it's like you feel like you're all alone, kind of isolated. I hope we can change that. If that is the emoji of the moment, Denmark, I will affirm you and tell you that you're probably in the keeping with a lot of people. You're expressing what a lot of people are feeling. That's probably true. Let's see here. He also was highlighted the fact that he likes pizza and weather. So you go. You got some other opportunities there. All right. So as we continue back down this path, as it's now 7:52, a little isolated shower. Now trying to move into North Carolina, but the bigger picture is showing it's dry virtually everywhere else except Roanoke. They got wet weather in the western part of Virginia, and now moving west, just north of Charlotte, west of Raleigh. They had some wet weather around Wilmington today, and they have more wet weather around Atlanta. We'll look at that here momentarily. Tropically speaking, are there any tropical storms? Nope. Any hurricanes? Nope. Any signs of hurricanes? Nope. Any signs of tropical storms? Nope. That's pretty succinct. I mean, there's not much to see, just some scattered clouds. It's quiet. But if I don't update you, some of you are like, well, maybe he's holding back. I'm not holding back. I told you 12 days ago we'd get cool in August, and I got, we'll see, I believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. And now people are starting to see it because everybody else is singing from the same hymn book. They're all there, oh, yeah, it's going to be cool in August. So there we go. All right, so we're back to the coolness. I want to show you some of the fact that we got some clouds over the southeast, and those are heavy rain producers, but they're not going to be labeled a tropical storm. We have Andrea behind us in the books, Barry and Chantal, but the next named storm would be Dexter, followed by Aaron. Weather headlines, 5 days down, 2 days to go. We got the best storm chances late Thursday into Friday, and a weekend outlook that's cooler with lower humidity. I love that. I want to show you the severe weather map. If you're in the military and you got family and you're homesick, you're like, I wish I were back home. Please tell me where home is. I got severe weather breaking out tonight in places like Montana. Southeast Montana's got some severe thunderstorm warnings. Where is this? I believe this is Custer County. Never been there, never been to Montana actually, but they have severe thunderstorm warnings till 6:15. Over to the far east of that, we're back toward, looks like into, I guess we're in South Dakota, excuse me. South Dakota's got some severe weather breaking out, and they're in the areas of Davidson, Hanson, Charles Mix, and Aurora counties until about 7 o'clock or so. And last but not least, we've got some wet weather, severe weather breaking out in parts of North Carolina and Virginia, but the other side of the state, and that would be Carroll County, Stokes County, and Surrey County until 8 p.m. tonight. So some of them are producing some hail the size of a penny in some cases. But you can come back home. Really, the only shower that we saw was really the one that came down from Norfolk and is beginning to fall apart as it comes down 17 as it's dropping down into North Carolina. All right, so someone asked me the other day, what kind of temperatures are we? We're still around 80 now. Some are in the low 80s, but July and August, usually the warmest months for ocean temperatures. They're on your screen at this moment. You can see the July rainfall for Norfolk has been somewhat dry at this particular point. Again, it's a little misleading because some have had a lot more than this. But at least at the airport, 4 inches. We've already now had we have 2 more days. We have Wednesday and Thursday, and then July, of course, ends, and we go to August on Friday. That'll be here. So when we get the heavy rain Thursday night, we might make up for this, what seems like a little less than 2-inch deficit, but 6 inches is typical for this time of year. 6 inches is usually the heaviest rainfall or the soggiest month of the year. We've talked about this before. In August and September follows up. High temperature today hit 93 Wakefield, 93 Williamsburg, and 93 in Suffolk. By the way, did I tell you we're giving away free pizza? Oh, did I also mention there's a pizza deal of the week? It's the Hot Honey Magnifico Medium for $10.99. If you use the promo code WTKR Sunny, you can get any medium pizza for $10.99. To me, that is sweet. I'm a big fan of the deluxe. I tried the Hot Honey Magnifico today. I love it. It's now one of my new favorites. But you might just want it without the honey, or maybe a Pozzoli. Maybe you want one of the specialty pizzas that's now available at $10.99 price. Deluxe, garden, Hawaiian chicken. You can also include a Philly cheesesteak. Actually, it's a Philly pizza with melty white cheese sauce, a white cheesy pizza, the big cheese, or the chicken fresco, or maybe something you want everything on it. Maybe the works. I mean, the works is cool. Pepperoni, ham, green pepper. There's a lot on that pizza, but for $10.99, I'd say it's a pretty sweet deal. I'd say grab it while you can, because we want our First Warning Live audience to get the best deals, and that's what we're fighting for. I'm fighting for you in that regard because we have a great sponsor, and I think we've got great pizza to pass along too. All right, temperatures we're talking about. We hit 93 in Franklin, 92 Chesapeake. Here's the temperature map for the month. Today was 92. We're now 8 above, 16 below. And this really doesn't tell the story. As I've mentioned before, June has been exceedingly hot this year. July has been exceedingly humid. So even on those days there were 86, 89, 88, it still felt like it was 100, 103 half the time. I mean, it felt hot. But when you look at the breakdown, 1, 2, 12, and 10, we now have the potential to hit 2 more days. July would be tomorrow, 93, and Thursday, 92. So we've got potential for June and July to match both with 12. But as far as the 90-degree days, the hottest one by far was June 26th. It was 99 degrees on that day. But you factor in the 10 we've had so far this month, hottest has been 96, it looks like, on July 8th. So that technically, if you take away the heat, take away the humidity, just take a look at the factor of the heat, 96 July 8th. And I do believe that was when it felt like 108. It felt like 108 on July the 8th. I do remember that. Norfolk 90-degree average, we typically see half the month. We can round 14 and a half up. We've had now 25 days. We typically see 36 if you're interested in that statistic. This comes by way of the National Weather Service out of Wakefield. A couple of other comments that might be coming in. I want to say hi to you. Taj Brown is on here. Denmark's here. And Jessica Lynn. I know somebody's out there too. And I'm kind of curious to know what your movie regret is. I'm not forgetting that. I'm going to come back to that here in just a moment, but bear with me. Let me show you. These are the current readings. Where are we now? 86 in Carrollton. That's where we are at the moment. We've got 88 in Portsmouth as we now hit almost 8 o'clock. So these numbers are updating. Typically, they take the temperature about 53, 52 after the hour. So we just call it the 8 o'clock update or the next hour. 87 right now in Cape Charles, and it's 85 in Gloucester. Gloucester has been very hot, as has Williamsburg the last couple of days. Look at Gloucester's high, 94. You're smoking hot, Gloucester, and 92 in Williamsburg. Those are some hot numbers. 96 in Emporia, and then you throw in these dew points. And these dew points are really the best way to measure the humidity. When it's above 70, it's tough. When it's in the low to mid 70s, it's oppressive. And that's where we are. We're running, in some cases, maybe 6 degrees less in Hampton, but maybe +1 in Chesapeake. Some or most of us are probably less. But still, what I'm expecting is, while it's oppressive now, what I anticipate will be, we're going to be in this range Sunday morning. The slice of nice the payoff is only available to you if you wake up Sunday morning. If you wake up at noon and you just kind of crawl out of bed and you're like, it's just another day, you're going to miss the most comfortable time of the weekend. Well, I think will be Sunday morning. So that's just me. I just give you my best intel. I like to have you know what I'm thinking and seeing, and I do think it's going to drop in a big way. Dew points will fall, so the comfort level will go exceedingly high. You may want to jog or run a mile when maybe you would have never thought to run a mile in this type of humidity. So once it drops, it'll be at least a lot more, or at least easier to take down the road. Here are my dew point expectations. So when you look at these numbers, Pleasant is 60 to 65. I mean, Sunday, I expect it will be in the 50s in the morning, but we'll bounce back to 63-ish in the afternoon. So I think the dew point top might be 63, but the bottom may be the upper 50s. That's why I say get out and enjoy it, because right now we've been in unpleasant and miserable territory for several days now. It's 8 o'clock, keep moving. Don't see much in the dry air category yet across the region. Temperatures right now, and our friends in Knoxville, East Tennessee, want to say hi to you. 89, 83 in Virginia Beach. It's very hot across the area when you factor in the dew points that we just looked at. But here's something interesting. If you could teleport to a new city today, I mean, if you could go there just for their weather, I'm sure it would not be Phoenix or Vegas, even though it's a dry heat. Maybe it would be San Francisco. I don't know. Taj normally likes to go to either LA or San Francisco, he's told me the last couple of days. But all this heat has to come our way. 2 more days, not 1, 2 days. And then where you see green, it's going to come racing down from Canada, and you're going to go, this feels wonderful. Yes, it will. You just have to be patient. You just have to give it some time. I know it's been a very long stretch. 5 days is pretty tough, and now we're still talking about 2 more ahead of us. That's pretty tough to take. And I see a note from Kim. She's got I guess it's the sweaty emojis, and it's ×3. I get it. We'll get there, Kim. And Denmark's too. I know not a fan of the hot weather. I don't know what Taj probably likes the San Francisco weather. It's 66, 70. This is like room temperature. Room temperature is whatever, I guess you set the thermostat at, but it's still room temperature in parts of the country. This is what I showed you a couple days ago, but 12 days ago, to be fair, I said this was likely to happen. We'd see a cool spell. It will feel like October in New England. It'll feel more like September for us in Hampton Roads and Northeast North Carolina, but still very cool across the Midwest. And if you need more evidence, take a look at the future temperatures. I like to show this in animation. You can see the cool air in Quebec. It's pouring down at the 5,000 foot level. The 850 millibar temperatures are on the screen, and they're showing it in color form that it's cool. The hot weather's pushing out west in the next 10 days. So over the next 10 days, I think it's going to be easier to take. I think the worst of winter, that was a Freudian slip. The worst of summer will be behind us as we get past this month of July. It's been very tough. And June hasn't been a cakewalk either. We've had numerous reports of severe weather over the last couple months as well. Wednesday's planner, 80, sticky. 89, 93, 84. I fully expect it'll feel like 102 tomorrow with winds about 5 to 15. So I hope this helps here, and I hope this helps here. This is very comparable to what we had today. Today was 92 and it felt like 101. Temperature trend, it's going up and then it's going back down. Well, at least it stays up Wednesday and Thursday, and then you factor in the heat index, it goes back down to about 84, 83. So I think there's some payoff. You just have to be patient. It's just been very trying for those who are sweating profusely. Rain chances, 20, 40, 70, goes back to 40, 10 Saturday and Sunday. So our chances of rain will come in very late on Thursday. I wanted to show you the rain forecast, and if you watch the clock at the top, this will kind of indicate on average, and it does populate over a half inch. I hasten to say that these are great models as a general rule for guidance, but they're not going to pick up the neighborhood to neighborhood situations where the rain could be substantially higher. Locally higher amounts will be found Thursday night and into Friday, and I suspect that we're going to probably have some reasons to have a level 1, maybe a level 2, but certainly a level 1 severe weather threat Thursday night and Friday. It's not in place yet. Storm Prediction Center's got enough on their plate, I imagine, but I do think that will be eventually issued for Thursday, as we'll look at the maps tonight, as I like to look at them most every night. But the rainfall potential regionally shows about an inch in Roanoke and about 0.8 there in Richmond, Virginia. Let's talk about Eastern Shore as we wrap things up. 90 in Bloxham, 90 in Onancock, and looking for a high tomorrow of 88. Did you say, wait a second, I gotta go back. Can I go back? Is it possible to go back? Because I wanted to show Chincoteague. They're having their 100th They're having their 100th pony swim tomorrow. But that starts at 7 to 9 in the morning. So you'd have to get up early for that. You'd have to go up past Cape Charles. You'd have to go all the way up. That's about a 2-hour drive, 2 hours, 11 minutes from the TV station. If you're getting up early, I've heard reports, some people are getting up at 3 a.m. because they're going to have like 50,000 people or more up there at Chincoteague for this big event. Also on Friday, you've got the Nag's Head. It's the 19th annual Watermelon Festival. If you like rock walls and food trucks and face painting, there will be a lot of fun for kids in Nag's Head on Friday, but that's the day I expect a lot of rain. So you might have you have to take your events and just be flexible with your outdoor plans. 85 in Duck, 86 in Nag's Head. Manio, I'm expecting a high for you, 88 tomorrow. Hatteras as well, and Ocracoke about 87 degrees. All right, I'm going to wrap things up with the Storm Prediction Center maps. Last night we had a moderate risk for the red areas in parts of South Dakota. There were several tornadoes that occurred there last night. Tonight, between now and 8 o'clock in the morning, we have scattered severe storms expected between Omaha and Casper, Wyoming. Maybe a few isolated there in Greene and Waterloo and Chicago, but outside of that, that's pretty much the only crosshairs for severe weather tonight through tomorrow morning. But you might be traveling tomorrow, and if that's the case, Chicagoland might also have some severe weather in other parts of Illinois tomorrow. Denver could be included here for Wednesday's weather. Severe weather would be isolated in Kansas City and Louisville and New York City, Albany, and Boston as well, but nothing here locally in Hampton Roads or North Carolina. And right now, see, this is what I was having a conversation with one of our weather team members. I was just, I just think it's weird. I think it's weird that I'm trying to figure out which camera I'm in. Hello, yeah, I was trying to. It just seems weird to me that they wouldn't have any coloring at all. I do think, as you'll see from my map here, the Futurecast, you'll say, well, that seems like a no-brainer. You would think that they would have at least some severe weather, but maybe they just haven't gotten to it yet. That's what I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But as you can see, there's no coloring on Thursday. I think that will change, and I'll explain why with this very image. Okay, here's Tuesday. That's tonight. That's within the hour. Some scattered clouds, and then you wake up tomorrow morning, it's mostly sunny. I have a 20% chance of rain tomorrow. Don't see much there. I think maybe don't see much there. Most of this will come in, I think, later in the day. Even Thursday, there will be a possibility. Where's my rain? I don't know if I toggled that back on. Let me see if it's going to come back in. Yeah, it's not. This model is not working its well. And so, obviously, with computer issues, this is what I expect will happen. This cold front's going to drop down. It's going to initiate some nasty storms. And once it comes through like that, it will bring down some heavy rain, locally heavy rain, and also drop down the temperature and the dew point. They'll both come down, so it feels refreshingly cool and less humid right from the jump on Saturday and especially Sunday morning. Sunday morning looks pretty good to me overall. Let me check in with your comments as I'm looking at the notes that might be coming in. Let's see here. Taj has followed up on the note that I thought he was answering with. He said he still would go to the San Francisco Bay Area in California. It's nice. It's cool. And some of that little slice of what they've got going on will be here in just a short period of time. But you got to get to Friday and especially into the Sunday morning time frame. But Taj, thank you for participating. I'm kind of curious, Taj, what movie have you not seen that everybody in your neighborhood has seen, and they talk about it, and you kind of wither away because you have really nothing to contribute because you haven't seen fill in the blank. Is it Star Wars? Is it a Rocky movie? Is it I don't know. What movie have you not seen that everybody else has seen? I'm kind of curious. We're going to revisit that here in just a moment. As I get back to the maps, this is the front that comes through this weekend. Here's your Wednesday morning forecast. Don't you love this picture? I love these. The high cirrus clouds there with the naval ship. And then you're still looking at 76, 77, 74. You're looking at temperatures tomorrow morning, tonight's lows and tomorrow morning in the low 70s from Conway to Ahoskie to Franklin to Williamsburg. 74, 73 in Gloucester, about 78 Cape Charles. Tomorrow afternoon, we're in the low to mid 90s. North Carolina could easily squeeze some 94s out before the end of the day. I got 93 in Ahoskie, 92 for Portsmouth, and 88 for Chincoteague, who happens to be, if you're headed there, going to be watching the pony swim. If you're one of the lucky few to see it up there, it'll be quite a show. 94 in Smithfield, 92 in Chesapeake. I'm expecting 93 in Norfolk, and Moyock at 92 degrees. All right, here it is, 8:09. Here's your first warning. WTKR News 3 7-day forecast. So 20% chance of rain tomorrow, 40%, mainly late on Thursday. I'm sorry I didn't have the graphical support, which I wanted to show you, but it'll be there. Hear me now, believe me later. 70% chance of storms on Friday, and I think the storms could linger on Sunday. So this is an important point. I want to just kind of kick this can down the road. There are some models that now suggest that this storm, once it passes, the front that I just showed you, it stalls. There are some indications it gets hung up. And if it gets hung up, the 30%, 40% Monday, Tuesday may go up, not down. So my concern is at this point, I don't think it's a clean break. Some of the modeling, even some of the modeling of the GFS and some of the American models would suggest it's a clean break, but maybe it sticks around and then we have more rain. It's not to say we're going to go back to the 92, 93 regiment. We're not. But if it's more rainy, then some people would be like, oh, I wish we could just have the cooler weather and less humid weather. But it is what it is. I want to show you the happy shots. This is a great photo. Look at this. This was just taken a few days ago. New Point Comfort Lighthouse. I've been out there, Matthews County. It's a light show. It's a lighthouse light show. Thank you, Jack Carpenter, for sharing that with us, because I love these pictures. These are pictures that come by way of our WTKR photographers page. Kaboom! And the lighthouse. Beautiful picture. Thank you, Jack. We got another one from Pungo. Well, this is from Don. Don shares this from Pungo. The Pungo lightning, also pretty intense. And I believe the Aviation Museum there is off to the left. He is in Pungo, but Don, thank you for that. And a beautiful sunrise to kind of end it. This was just Sunday. This was a couple of days ago from Rico Ashby. Thank you for sharing that. Virginia Beach sunrise on Sunday. So we've covered a lot of covered ground here, but we went back to the 7-day forecast so that you can plan and know what's coming your way. What's also coming your way is a free pizza certificate. You could be the winner on Thursday. We also typically give away 10 individual pizzas. 10 large pizzas typically go out the door as well in certificate form. You get one large, one topping, one monthly pizza if you win the certificate. So you could be the grand prize winner of the week, but we'll give away 10 likely pizzas starting on Thursday. So I hope you'll participate. And of course, there are 5 stores that participate in it. If you still want to register, you're not in the registration pool yet. You only have to register once. WTKR.com/Marcos. We'd love for you to win. And even if you don't win, you can win at least a discount tonight with the pizza of the deal of the week. It is the Hot Honey Magnifico. It's a medium. It's a hot new item from Marcos, and it's really cool. I love it. I mean, it's not cool. It's like a little bit of a spice, very small spice, but it's honey on top of a Magnifico. Delicious. And if you haven't tried it, I hope you will. It's WTKR Sunny. You can get a medium pizza for $10.99, but it's not limited to just that variety. If your heart is set on something like a deluxe, or if it's set on maybe an all-meat, a garden pizza, a medium Hawaiian chicken pizza, they've got that too, because they're giving that $10.99 deal to anyone, any specialty pizza on their menu, you can participate. It also includes pizzas like the Philly, the white cheesy pizza, the big cheese, the chicken fresco, and the works and barbecue chicken. So I covered a lot of ground there, but I'm very thankful for Marcos, and we're very excited about giving away pizza on Thursday. All right, coming back on camera. Is there a movie? I was hoping that somebody would give me some movies. Does anybody give me a movie title? What movie have you not seen? I'm looking through the whole list. I don't think anyone's put that in there yet. Let's see here. Denmark, as we get this back in the movie, he says, we need Friday and then stay that way for 30 days. You just want it cool and rainy. If it stays cool and the humidity stays low, I think people would be happy. At least some would be. And it sounds like Denmark is one of those folks. Let's see here. Anybody has any movies? Maybe it's a adventure movie, or maybe it's a superhero movie that everybody you think seen, but you kind of wither away because you haven't seen it. You haven't spent the time. Maybe it's an Avatar movie. Maybe it's an Oppenheimer movie or an Academy Award winning movie. A movie that you might have seen. Or at least you feel like everybody else has seen it that you haven't. I can tell you what mine is, and I regret that I hadn't seen it, but I did bite the bullet, and I said to, I say this, as I said before, this is one of those movies that I probably would not, they would definitely not make it today. And it's going back to the 80s. Some of you remember when I showed you this picture, I had been an actor many years ago. That's Kurt Williams on the back of a magazine. An Outer Banks magazine, and News 3 is on there. This was the Madlock episode that I was in, and only like 2 episodes does this magazine appear, which is kind of ironic because that's the episode that I happened to be in, and somebody was connecting the dots, said, weird, life doesn't work like that. Well, you might also say, well, life doesn't work. I had a chance to work with this actress on the left. This is Kim Walker. She was so gracious to me, so nice, but I had not seen the movie Heathers. This is the movie that kind of made her famous. And what was really weird is I finally sat down and watched it over the weekend. The movie Heathers is from was made, I believe, in 1988. Came out theatrically in March of 1989. But this is Heather over here. Heather. This is Kim Walker over here. But she played Heather Chandler in the movie Heathers. That was Christian Slater. But what's remarkable is that I didn't know, but the time I mean, this was 1993. This was the year before Friends. Kim was high school classmates with Jennifer Aniston, and from what I've read, she also was roommates with her. So what's really what struck me was probably, and spoiler alert, Kim has a line in this movie. I mean, it just blew me away. It was like maybe 15 minutes into the movie. She looks at another actress played by Shannon Daughtry, and she says something uncanny. She's like, "What did you have a brain tumor for did you have a brain tumor for breakfast?" It was just kind of like it's a very 80s, kind of like a Mean Girls type of movie where everybody's named Heather, and it's kind of a high school, snotty movie in that way. But what's morbidly ironic is that Kim Walker passed away in 2001 from a brain tumor. Brain tumors are not that common. I looked it up. It's like less than 1% of us, general population, are at risk of dying from a malignant brain tumor. But that was a line in the movie that she made in 1988, and about 12 years later, it took her life. She had brain tumor. So that's why I say it's very weird. I regret having not seen this movie when I worked with her. It was very popular at the time. But like I said, it came out in the 80s, but that's her on the left, and this is me on the set of Matlock. And of course, Bryn Thayer, who played Matlock's daughter, is on the right. There was a honey wagon trailer. We were like between scenes, and we had this picture taken. But anyway, I've shared other stories about my Matlock experience, but I just wanted to find out if there was a movie you could go back and watch, what would it be? Is it a Star Wars film? Is it an Avengers movie? Maybe it's The Godfather. Maybe you said, I just didn't have 3 hours or more to invest in that type of film. I'm just curious to know what movie you would like to see. Maybe share it with me in the comments section. I'm looking at the comments now. If there's anything I don't see, let's see here. Oh, Kim says, I got a movie. Thank you. Somebody's participating. She says, my son says it's the Minecraft movie. Now, you know what's amazing? There's a webpage. I think it's called boxofficemojo.com. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you go to boxofficemojo.com, somebody showed this to me years ago. It shows the worldwide receipts of all movies. It shows the national receipts of all movies almost in real time. And so if you go to that web page, you'd find that Minecraft has made more money than, I was on there like maybe a week ago. It's made more money than Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible. And it had made more money than the Superman movie, which blew my mind. I mean, I know Jack Black's talented, and maybe it's just not a movie that I would have watched, the Minecraft movie, but there are people like kids that would say, I play the game, I should probably see the movie. And it's made worldwide, it's hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office worldwide. So sometimes there's an audience for a film overseas that may not maybe necessarily here, but that movie's done very well. And you wouldn't necessarily think it made more money than the Jurassic Park, Minecraft. So there you go. So I just find it interesting. But thank you for sharing that with me, Kim. I find movies of a fascinating thing for me because I like to watch them. I've been watching movies like many of you many times. Patrick Kelly, talk about Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts, is that a movie? I'm thinking of James Bond. No, but that's not the James Bond. You're talking about Thunderbolts. But she was talking about Minecraft. And some of the other movies that might come in, I'll have to check in later. It is 8:18. I've gone on maybe a little bit too long tonight, but I am very thankful for all of you. Just remember, it doesn't matter if the weather is sunny. It doesn't matter if it's super hot. It doesn't matter if it's serious. Every day is a gift. And make the most of it in your neighborhood. We'll see you here next time. Take care.